This is Three Beards Fight Talk with Craig, Chris, and Austin, where you find out your favorite MMA fighters' ice cream and everything else you really want to know because no one else asks the questions that we do. So sit back, relax, and enjoy.
Three Beards Podcast. My name is Craig. Along with me, Austin in the background, along with Chris, and then we have quite the crew assembled here. I'm going to start off with a certain man by the name of Daryl Hatchett. He's going to introduce us there, but this episode has been brought to you by Brock's Beard Care. Amazing beard care for all those people. So it looks like we got a few people that might be in need of some beard oil here on the screen here with me. So there we go. So to start off with you, Sir Daryl. How are you today?
Pretty good. How
good.
about you?
Good. I'm going to let you kind of take the floor for just a second. I want you to introduce yourself and then let everybody know the people that you brought with you and what this is about, and then we'll go from there.
Yes, sir.
Okay. We have Lorenzo Hunt here. He's an MMA fighter, outstanding MMA fighter, and bare knuckle fighter. He's fighting for CKFC at the time. He should have a fight coming up come September. There's no opponent being named as of yet, but he will be on that card. And we have Leo Plau here. He's also an outstanding fighter. Bare knuckle and MMA and boxing. He has a fight coming up as well in September for BYB Raw. That's that at 5,000 organization there. And then we have Kobe Bowen out of Barbados.
Square there. Yes.
Barbados.
Yes, right out of Barbados. Best fighter over there. He's a Sana champion. He's undefeated as a pro so far. He has a fight coming up in a couple of weeks with Titan FC.
Nice.
All right.
Well, welcome everybody.
And I have a ton of other great fighters as well that have fights coming up.
So we'll start with you. What is the association with all these gentlemen with you, sir?
Excuse me?
What is this association with? What do they have to do with you? It has something to do with New Rise.
I'm their manager and sometimes coach.
Nice.
Nice. That's awesome.
Nice. And then you're soon gonna be also involved with a team in Jacksonville, correct?
Yes, I'm just a team captain for that. That's an amateur event, and I'm just team captain. Lorenzo here gonna be my co-captain, and yeah, it's gonna be fun. They're gonna be traveling everywhere doing that, even possibly in Chicago as well.
It sounds like fun.
Yeah, when we talked to Armando about this, that was one of the things that was exciting. Is I was, especially for a lot of fighters, especially if this takes off. You not only will you have, because a lot of times, like some of these promotions, you have one a month or maybe possibly even two a month. Well, now if the way this is sounding, everybody on the team. I mean, you're looking at now, even as a fan, you potentially have something going on every week to where you can go to, and it's going to be that you're going to see guys that normally would have to wait a long time to get into a thing, or now, you're going to see action a lot sooner.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, it's all mostly tournament type, kind of situation. So yeah, you kind of got to do it like that.
And that's gonna be pretty cool. So I like to find out like the nicknames. So we'll start with Kobe. The Boa. Where did that come from? How did you land that nickname?
It's crazy. It's crazy because everyone knows the boy is like a bull constrictor. He gets a lot of submission. I've never gotten a submission victory in my life, but I think I was 17 when I made my debut in Barbados. So I was talking with my team and stuff, and we wanted a catchy name to enter the octagon. So we just went from that, right? I kind of just stuck. From since then, I just feel comfortable. Like, okay,
there you go.
Kobe's a bull boy, and that's it. But for everyone I face, I put them out in the first. And that was like peaking. So it's not, it's not that catchy, but still, yeah.
Come into do your walk down kind of like Ric Flair, just come, just all hit, yeah. just come in with just the real, just high energy, just woo, just go there, just that's what you gotta do. And then we got Leo, we got you, the liver killer. So I saw that thing and I'm like, oh man,
I named him that.
Yeah,
Daryl got me that.
Yeah.
So the reason he did it, I think, is because like out of my last 5 fights, the 3 that I've won have all ended by knockout due to liver shot.
Damn.
Jeez.
I mean, I think a lot more wins via liver shot, but my last 3 consecutive wins were because of liver shot.
Jesus.
Wow.
There you go.
And all 3 in 3 different sports.
Oh man, that's one of those ones where you find out who you're matched up against, and you're just like you have to at that moment just like, all right, I need to go get the medical checkup to find out if I'm healthy because I know where he's targeting.
I'm gonna target it every time. Like people know it now, but I don't care. That makes it even harder for me and easier at the same time.
Yeah.
Nice. And then Lorenzo, I was looking. I did. Do you have a nickname? I didn't catch that one right here at the end.
I think it's his name's Juggernaut.
He might be a little bit there. No, so management wise, so have you had very many instances where a lot of these guys?
Wait, are you talking to me?
Yeah, it's good. Well, it sounds like he's having a little trouble hearing us.
It's kind of rocky a little bit.
Yeah, do you end up with any of these guys being on the same cards ever on some of your events?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I like it better that way. Kill one bird in one stone.
Yeah.
Get that goal like Mayweather. You have the entire event on paper.
Yeah, I try to get as many on one card as I possibly can get.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
So now you're from Chicago, correct?
I'm from Chicago, yes. Florida too. I mean, I spent half of my life in Florida, half of my life in Chicago. So
What part of Florida?
As well.
What part of Florida?
Say the Palm Bay area, close to Orlando, West Palm.
West Palm, okay, down south. There's a lot of talent down south.
God,
And
there is.
Were you
There's
training
a lot of
when you
talent
were
in
down?
Central Florida too, though.
Yeah.
Were you a manager when you were down south, or you were just
I was a trainer. I had a gym down that way.
Oh, okay. So
We're kicking everybody ass. So.
Oh, how do you do that, man? I mean, honestly, just you must summer up in Chicago because I can't imagine that you're doing Florida and the winters in Chicago. That's just brutal.
Yeah, right. That's the hard part too. It's taking to adjust. I still can't stand the winters. But I try to spend when the winter time comes. That's when I try to spend time in Florida.
Yeah, my 2 compadres here, are born and raised here in Florida. I moved down here from Oregon, and the winters. I'm like, no. Those are bad.
The winter.
I'm from Ohio. It's the same way, man. I'm good. I'm from Ohio.
You hear people down here, they're like,
way.
I want to see the snow. I want to go out there. You're like, yeah, you go there for a visit. I go, but when you live there.
I tell everybody that. I said, I'm born and raised in Florida. I love the cold. I love the Florida cold. Never felt the North cold yet.
Right.
Be nosy.
That's all I gotta say.
Oh, yeah.
Lorenzo brought in the backup.
She just did her own thing.
Always that way.
Yeah, we don't mind the backup. That's
No, that's awesome.
Yeah, she did her own thing. She all right.
No,
that's my little princess. She just had her 5th birthday.
Well, happy birthday.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'm from Ohio too. I came to Florida and got totally spoiled. I'm good. I'm at where I'm gonna be. That's it. We got the new gym opened up in Jacksonville. Like Daryl told y'all, we're getting ready to start doing some shows out here. I'm finding prospects every day, beating up on them, teaching them the ropes.
That's got to be fun, beating up on prospects.
Good.
if you can't make the cut,
can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear.
If you can't make the cut,
damn, I lost y'all again.
No, we got you. You just must not be able to hear us. We can hear you. But no, I just kind of what he said. I could just picture that. You're going.
Can't hear y'all again, man. I got bad connection, man. I got a bad connection.
I want to try out your gym. It's like, here we go, and all of a sudden you're just in a full submission hold, just right there on the floor, just tapping out.
All right, I got to do it, Craig, because Debbie's our #1 fan, so she beats you to the point.
Oh yeah, I know. That's she loves that question. She's the one that kind of started that for us, and so we'll just kind of do it. What's everybody's ice cream? What's that go-to guilty pleasure when you get done with training? You don't have to worry about weight cut anymore. What are you plowing into?
When you're not cutting weight?
Yeah, no,
after the fight?
Yeah, that fight's done. Leo's killed your liver. You're sitting in the hospital. You got to have a bowl of ice cream because you can't eat anything else solid for a while because your liver needs to heal.
Listen, I'm bad with food. Honestly, God, I'll be the first person to admit it. If you give me a bowl of ice cream, I'm gonna probably get some Oreos, crush them up, throw them in there,
and a little milk and mix it up real good.
Throw them in there, and then get some cereal, throw it in there, and then mix it all up, and then start eating it. The flavor is irrelevant.
There you go.
Yeah, I'll just kind of put it all in there and then mix it all up.
That's awesome.
Oh my God, I don't think I've ever had somebody describe my meals. The flavor doesn't matter. I'm just eating.
Just as long as just throw it all in there, and I'll take care of the rest.
There you go. What do you like for dinner? It doesn't matter, man. He just puts it into the bowl and he just goes.
No, he said ice cream.
Yeah. Yeah, just have to put it in the bowl. It's easy. Just I can just see you now at one of those self-serve frozen yogurt places where you grab all the toppings, and you're the yogurt's that much, and then the toppings are above.
Yes.
That's me. I'm an idiot. I don't spend like $20 on ice cream before.
Me too. We got a racetrack, and you palm toppings on it, and then you gotta weigh it, and you're like, dude, I didn't realize I had to weigh all this shit.
Yeah.
Gummy bears.
It's one scoop of ice cream. How's that $20?
With a bunch of gummy bears, and you're like, dude, the gummy bears weigh a whole lot. Can I just pay for the gummy bears separate?
I bought a bag of gummy bears.
Stone Cold, or what is that place called?
Cold Stone.
Yeah. No, I'm not lying. I don't spend like $20 on 2 scoops of ice cream and 10 different toppings.
That sounds about right. Pound cake, M&Ms, and they.
Hey,
I never had an appetite after a fight. After weigh-ins maybe, but after a fight, nah.
So I got a question about the liver killer. Do you know your opponent is usually dehydrated, so you shoot for that liver? If they had to cut a massive amount, or you just
don't matter? I'm gonna hit you with there. I just want to hit you. That's my whole goal. Is just to hit you as hard as I can, right there.
But it works better if they're a little bit dehydrated because the liver's been overworked, and
that's a side effect. That's a plus, and that's a bonus.
Okay, that's what I was curious about.
I already know my game plan. I'm just going to keep my arms down. I'm going to let him hit my head all he wants to because he's shooting for the sides. It's just like, nope.
You're going to look stupid the entire time doing that.
I'll keep doing it until I break that arm, and then I'm going to
I'm going to let him go for the K. He's going to knock me out in the head before I'm going to let him take out my liver. No.
So, Kobe, you said your nickname's the Boa, but you don't have any submission wins. What's your go-to to knock somebody out?
I don't necessarily have a go-to. A lot of the people that I would have fought in MMA, they've tried to take me to the ground, because my stand-up, was more overwhelming than they would have expected, and I still got the finish. I'm more of a kickboxing background. I came up from like kickboxing, and then I crossed over to MMA. So I prefer to stand up and mix it up in the ring or octagon.
That's awesome.
Nice. That's, yeah, it was one of those. Like I said, I'll have to look at it. Do you have any? Do you guys have very many of your stuff up on YouTube, like fights or anything? Because that's one thing I've suggested to a few people. So it's like YouTube. When we're searching up, it's hard to find some of the fighters that we have on here. Find fights because they might have one on there, or they might have one little excerpt of a. So I always recommend to people. It's like, just upload if you've got them, even if it's like a 2-minute videos. Put those up on YouTube for people to see. Because it helps like when we're looking up.
Some people are afraid, though. Some people are afraid. I have a guy fighting in a few weeks as well, and this guy that he's fighting have 3 pro fights and a bunch of amateur stuff. There's nothing, nothing on YouTube, anything on him. So we know he's hiding it.
That's a good point. That could be because there's definitely sometimes like I'm trying to find some stuff to just watch. I'm like, I can't find anything on this guy.
Right. They purposely not putting their stuff up so you can't study them.
That makes a lot of sense. So you just come in blind.
Yeah.
Some
people do that. I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't care to tell you the truth.
Yeah, the craziest one we've had so far was Lucas Rosa. He was a few weeks ago. I'm trying to search him up on Tapology. There was over 60 Lucas Rosas.
Yeah,
I'm looking at I don't know
which one to look at. We're just gonna look at them all.
So that's where you're like hoping YouTube's your savior, and you find like 1 or 2. Okay, yeah, it's him. I'm like, I know that's him. So yeah. Right. No, so what's looking like for you guys as management, as fighters? What is your next opportunity coming up?
Well, because of this, we had a whole bunch of this. COVID is killing everything. Many fights that have had, then been changed, and or switched around or whatever. They just had to drop out. Had a couple of fighters that caught COVID-19, and so everything is like there's a lot of plans, there's a lot of stuff out there to get my guys on, but it's like everything is being played by ear with this stuff, because you never know when they're gonna start shutting stuff down again, and
especially
we have a lot of good stuff coming up.
As soon as COVID's over, everybody's gonna be chasing the bag. There are gonna be so many events coming up, and the bag's gonna be everywhere.
Oh yeah.
Now, Craig, I'm going to see if I can do this.
The bad part is going to be some promotion that's not going to be able to come back.
Yeah.
So much,
You think so? You think it's going to actually affect a lot of promotions?
It's affecting them now, yeah.
The small ones, yeah, definitely. Well, you guys might have a prescription. Why hasn't Bellator?
Yeah, what the hell?
Something yet?
Jimmy
held some Bellator. Do you guys have any idea like why Bellator's not on board here? Because Titan's already had events. Obviously, UFC is just like, F COVID. We're doing this. I mean, they've been full bore. I go. You have places like you have companies like Bellator. Nothing.
Right. Seems like they have the money or something to put something together.
Yeah.
For pay-per-view at least too.
Yeah, I mean, I get. Smaller, it's really hard because you're trying to convince somebody to bring on staff for one event.
Right.
Craig, look at this. Watch. This Daryl sent this to me. I'm going to see if I can show you guys. This is Leo beating the 15-0 champ. Look how bloody this guy's face is.
Oh.
Who, mine or his?
No, Leo. I didn't go back. Let's see if he knocked him out right here. Look how bloody his face is. What?
Oh my God!
This is the 15-0 champ, right? He's 15-0. He's the champion. Leo comes out here and just busts his face up, and then knocks him out to win.
He cut me. People don't realize he cut me open on the first punch.
Oh, he did.
The first punch he throws, he cuts me clean open. Yeah, on top of my head.
Oh,
the ring is so small. Like,
so then you had to give him that work. And
wow. right there, you're looking like you're trying to figure out if I want to jump out of the cage right now. It's right on top.
I knew he was done, and they're trying to come into the ring because the bell had sounded. Right?
Oh, really?
Yeah, the bell had sounded, and so they were trying to come into the ring, but the referee was executing his 10 count. And I'm trying to tell their corners, like, hey, you can't come into the ring. The referee's counting. That's what's going on. People don't know that's what's going on. I'm telling those people, hey, the referee's still counting, and that's what they had to shut the gate.
That's kind of like I guess we could ask all these questions, but starting for you, did you like that shape of a cage, or do you prefer something more of a square or an octagon?
You know what? So people will call me like borderline psychotic. That thing could have been Bob Ryder set on fire. I still would have done it. I'm okay with that.
I think you might have just been onto something right there. I mean, the cage is on fire. I go, we might not have seen something like the Usman Masvidal thing where they're up against a cage, just standing there. If it was on fire, I'm like, it might force you to come up. Like Kobe, would you be up for fighting inside a fiery ring? If everything's ablaze,
yeah, I'll do it.
You were near the wall.
Yeah, I'll do it as long as I get paid right. I don't care.
Yeah,
it doesn't bother
definitely.
me.
Once it's a good fight.
I wouldn't mind doing like an old school where the cars make a circle and just your lights.
I can see Leo right now.
I'll be okay with that.
Oh my God, I can see Leo right now. Kumite, just like, here we go. The Rays.
So people forget, so the real deal is people forget why they fell in love with the sport. People forget what's the first thing that drew their attention to combat sports, to boxing, to whatever. Mine was like, I'm 38, so I grew up in the 80s. I always tell you this.
80s, baby.
Yeah, so I grew up watching Bloodsport. I grew up watching the Kumite. Like, that's the baddest things in the world, right?
Oh, yeah.
Why can't I live out my dreams and actually do that? Well, here I am, actually living out my dreams, doing that.
That's awesome.
So how hard is it
to fighting all over the world? Here I am doing that.
You just don't have the Harley. You just need to get your Harley Davidson bandana.
I can do that. They call me caveman over in Amsterdam, so I'm okay with that. They love me over there, and I'm okay with all of that because that was my first passion is doing those things, traveling all over the world and fighting and all those,
So Daryl, we've been lining up your new angle here. You're going to have a fiery cage, and that's how these events are. It's flames. Anything, it's going to be, tiki torches everywhere. There's nothing but a flaming cage. I go, you can't escape until 2 men enter, one has to leave. That's it.
So Kobe, how hard?
Well, you saw the cage. You saw that was a triangle cage that he was in, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that was. That's what. I mean, to me, it almost looked almost like guitar pick shaped. I mean, the way it was. I mean, it was a crazy shape of the cage.
So the first time we saw that was after weigh-ins. Nobody had actually seen this thing, and it was until after weigh-ins we saw us, the fighters. We saw it. And the first thing that ran to my mind went, no. First thing that ran to my mind. And I got in there and I hit that wall, hit that fence panel. Man, that thing hurt. Because that wall, that fence panel was so tight. That thing had no give. And man,
I've seen like the triangle. And I think for me, it's just, kind of get like Kobe and your perspective on it, is what, I mean, you don't want to get yourself trapped in that corner because there's no escape. You get yourself backed up to that corner. You can't get out. You can't get out. I mean, somebody could stand back there, give you a little space, and it's just kick on.
Yeah, no, that's the idea. The idea is to get the fight in the center and keep the fight in the center.
Yeah, because I mean, you get trapped in there, you're done.
In fact, I remember at the rules meeting, the one of the referees said, more or less said, if you're in that corner, if he starts hitting you, you're on your own.
Yeah, he didn't say that.
More or less, he's pretty much you're on your own. Because what is he gonna do? Jump in?
Yeah.
The referee was trying to figure out the logistics of how to jump into that main corner. Because listen, you're kind of on your own. You better protect yourself because I'm gonna stop it.
Protect yourself at all times, because I'm not getting in there. I'm gonna touch him and tell him it's over. Hey, buddy, it's over.
Yeah, pretty
Stop
much.
it.
So Kobe, how come? Oh no, I was
Yeah,
gonna
look
say,
at it
like
from a
Kobe.
referee's perspective. You know.
Oh yeah, like that's what I say. Like Kobe, how confident are you going up into that fight when you know the referee like that said is saying something like, hey, you get trapped in the corner, you're on your own. I'm not gonna be able to get him.
No, I love it. One of my big, like fantasies is just having a slugfest, getting cut all the way open, bleeding. That just that's such a thrill for me. So to stand in such a small space and be able to trade shots and eat shots and give shots, to me that's just a dream come true.
Oh wow! So you sound like one of
Wow.
them fighters. You sound like one of them fighters, Kobe, that likes to taste the blood. He hit me. I'm leaking. Let's go. Let's run it.
No,
Is that
no,
that's
not exactly. Not
Hey,
exactly.
that's Leo.
I've not been touched a lot in my fights. I've not been touched a lot. However, that's like a dream though. I just want a guy that's equally as tough, that's gonna bite down that mouth guard and trade shots and just give it that once in a lifetime. I want to remain handsome, I'm so I don't want to go too many wars, but yeah, definitely I do. That seems like a lot of fun.
No, that's,
so
yeah,
definitely.
I
How hard is it to find trainers in Barbados? Like, I mean, not everybody's into MMA in Barbados, right? How hard is it to find quality trainer, people put in work with you, people to, is it hard?
Well, look at it. There's lots of martial arts is cool over here, but it's not traditional. Like the more traditional sports here in Barbados, like
Football.
cricket, athletic, so on and so forth. However, there are lots of martial arts groups here that you can go, you can learn. However, for me, I have this slight advantage because I started fighting. I'm 22 now. I started fighting from like 14.
Oh.
And I started, like I said, I started kickboxing. And as I got better, I started fighting people from all over the world. I fought Bruce Tran, the Vietnamese stand kickboxer. I think he won a championship. I fought people from Bermuda. I fought people from Texas, and then I started traveling myself. So the quality of fighters here, they're not like a whole bunch. They're very good fighters here, but they're not like a lot. For you guys, it's easy because you can say, okay, you're not getting what you want in Florida. I can just move to
Georgia,
Miami.
Ohio, yeah.
For us, it is to travel and fight and get that experience. And through the experience of having people either come to me to fight or going to them to fight, it's really built me and given me the experience needed before I take that next step as a fighter.
Great answer. That was a great answer. Thanks for the very good answer. I appreciate that. I mean,
yeah,
I'm like, it's got to be hard when when we know with soccer over there, football, what you call football, soccer, and cricket, and that's not a traditional sport. So it's like there's a really good talent in some of these countries, and that in some of these islands and countries that nobody ever knows because that's nothing that nobody ever pick up. So it's like, okay,
Exactly.
well, I really want to be a fighter. And then you started at like you were 14, you were young, and you're like, I want to be a fighter. So, and we were talking about this on another episode that in your country and your island, they give way more support than the United States. Like, Leo probably, he says he's from Mexico, you're from Barbados. So when you come, you put that flag on the line and they're like, oh, he's a Barbados fighter. We're going to go watch it. They'll scrape up the change to go watch the fight. Mexico the same way. And it's like, they'll put it on the line. There's so many American fighters that, okay, an American flag, he's got an American flag, he's from America. Okay, we might watch him, we might follow him, he's hometown hero. But no, you are a true hero to your people that you got out and got on the grind.
Yeah. I fought in the United States. I fought in New York. There is an open stand-up kickboxing championship. So a team, two of the guys, including myself, we flew over there to that tournament, and I won both in my category. So I fought basically a lot of people from over the world. I've not lost often. The only losses would have come either in my amateur in MMA, and at that time I was very young, and in kickboxing. But when I transitioned to pro MMA, it's just a difference. So I've yet to lose in pro MMA.
So how did you guys all end up kind of meeting? With Daryl. I mean, it was just through happenstance you guys came together, or Daryl, did you recruit them? I mean, how did this come about?
Well, Leo, I've been watching him for a minute anyway, and we kind of met. He was actually supposed to be fighting one of my guys, the one that just was on here actually at one point in time, and but I have been seeing him around, in a bunch of other promotions or whatever, or hearing his name, and I don't know, somehow or another we hooked up or whatever, and we started from there. I ended up getting that bare knuckle fight. Well, first an MMA fight. I think it was CES, right? Yeah, and then bare knuckle fight. And we've been, ever since. I like Leo. He's one of my best guys. He's, real cool dude.
Oh yeah, no, it sounds yeah. That's cool. That's cool. How'd you end up meeting Kobe there?
Kobe, I was briefly working with another guy that he had been from Barbados, but he lived in Texas at the time, and he was telling me about Kobe. Usually, if somebody from different countries, they had to be really, really, really good if I'm going to really work with them, because other than that, it's a pain in the ass trying to get them, get them fights and whatever. So sometimes I might pass that, when I have too much on my plate. So, but when I saw his video and his fights, I said, this guy, he's kind of special, so I could definitely work with him and, try to get him over here and see what he could do, because he's definitely good. Good to send you that video.
Yeah, I like that shirt, man. That's pretty cool. I like that style. That's awesome.
Oh,
yeah, it's like the classic, because even like you said,
I got my mask and I got my,
Yeah, it has almost like that classic '80s tee look too. Just the red, I said with the name. I said I like that. I sat back and was like, oh, it's nice. No,
I'm just working out in this stuff. That's all.
Always.
Yeah, it's and that's one of the things, like I said, I really like. I mean, because I haven't hidden from me, but probably in the last 2 years is when I really started getting more into MMA community. So as I'm going along, I'm learning more. I'm finding more, because one of the biggest surprises for us was how connected everything is.
Yeah,
it's just it'd be like right now. I mean, if when we were doing stuff, when you guys were done and you guys were like, screw these guys, I don't ever want to talk to them again. We'd be like, well, that was a bad interview. And then you come back and you're like, hey, do you want to come on the show? No. You're like, why? It's because Leo was telling stuff that was on the phone saying, dude,
them guys are garbage. Don't mess with them.
So we get on this, and then we find some people. They're like, oh yeah, he was telling me about the thing. He's like really good. We're like, how do you know that? They're like, oh yeah, it's just, and you see how everything is connected. People like, oh yeah, I know the guy that builds the cages. I know the guy that oh yeah, I'm the guy that hauls the cords around for the for the sound equipment. Oh, I'm best friends with him, and he's got me connected with this guy. And you're like, this is crazy. Everybody knows everybody.
Yeah, it's actually a very, very small circle.
Yeah,
it is. Everybody knows everybody just about.
So the question.
Yeah, go for it.
Go ahead, finish.
No, I was gonna say it's like 6 degrees of separation type of deal.
Oh yeah, easily.
Exactly what it is.
Yeah, I mean, there's times like I don't even. I mean, we had the biggest one. It was kind of like it was almost like an internet controversy. It was one of these guests, and it was just it was one of those things. We jump in the middle of it, and we had one half of the party, and then we find out that somebody we had on knew the other half of the touring party, and we're like, how the hell did this happen? We're like right in the middle of it. We're just like, it's the only way I can describe it is you walk in the middle of a battlefield and you're like, what is going on?
They're trading shots, and we're like,
you're just like,
oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm waving the flag. Like,
that happens a lot in the fight community.
That's right. Just so you guys know. Yeah, we're Switzerland here. We're neutral. Hello.
People on like, okay, so what do I need to know? We're like, what question are you gonna ask me? Nothing. We're gonna ask you just random questions. We don't care. We're not gonna ask you how you cut weight, what you do. Everybody asks that. We ask you stupid shit. That's all we want to know, man. We want to get to know you guys.
So I mean,
I teased
I'm
it.
actually
What's your favorite
more
Ninja
about
Turtle? What's your favorite Ninja Turtle? You're from the 80s.
Mine?
Yeah, I'm Raphael.
Probably Michelangelo.
Michelangelo, that you groovy dude. Yeah, 80s baby.
Nunchucks and pizza.
See our
Yeah,
age
yeah.
number. See our age number is so crazy. This is like a Bond podcast. He's 45. No, he's 45. I'm 35, and Austin is 25. So it's like 35, 25, and 45. It's like it was meant for us to be on a podcast together because we all got different takes in life. But so like, I mean, let me ask you a question. I just want you to be dead honest. How much effort does it take to stomp somebody's feet all night? He was literally stomped. Like, I mean, was he killing roaches last night? He's like,
he was like doing a dance move. He's like, stomp, shoulder, stomp, shoulder. Like, what the hell is this?
I mean, how much
irritating?
effort
Very irritating.
Dude,
I'm at work. I'm at work watching it through Facebook because if somebody's gonna stream it. I got enough friends who they're gonna stream it, so I'm watching it on Facebook. And then the fight's over, right? And then I'm gonna read the reports. I'm gonna read everybody's 2 cents in the fight. One guy actually said, "I'd rather watch grass grow."
Yeah.
I'm serious. When he got to the doctor last night, the doctor's probably like, "Fuck your face. Let me look at your foot.
Yeah, your feet okay?
Your top of your foot's hurt like hell." He was stomping his shit.
Yeah. I think the funniest comment I saw was after the Holloway decision. Where somebody said there, they go, "I've seen a better decisions on 16 and Pregnant on MTV."
I mean, my take.
I'm saying.
So my theory.
I was rolling. I was just, oh my god.
Since you're a trainer, and a manager, and you're a fighter. Do you think like that was a lot of skill, or did you think he wanted to be in the middle? I mean, because he wouldn't take it to the middle. Like it was just like, I don't know. I mean, me looking at the outside looking in, I'm like, what's really going on here?
Was you talking about Masvidal?
Was Masvidal scared to get in the middle with him? I mean, I know he's
actually he should have took it. He should have kept it in the middle.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
But I think due to his training, cause I saw that he kind of faded out kind of early, condition wise.
Yeah.
But when you got a wrestler as strong as him and he's steady muscling you to the cage, it's not too much you can do about it, but try to fight it off. But he didn't fight it off enough. But he was getting tired. I saw that.
Masvidal's got the power to knock him out. I don't think he can knock him out, but I know Masvidal can knock him out if he gets him right. I mean, it was just like, oh my god, it wasn't exciting.
Yeah, we just the whole time it was just like a stomp fest, and you're like, oh, that has to just be hurt after the third round and just constantly getting your toes stomped on.
I mean, I don't think it'll make another main event. It might be a rematch, but do you think it'll make another main event?
Well, I think anything, either one of those guys are gonna make main events. I'll make fights.
It won't have the same hype behind it.
No.
You saw the Kobe and Usman. That was a hell of a fight, and it was exciting all the way through. It's like I said, their styles didn't work together. It made boring. So. Because you got one guy, he don't want to trade punches. So all he want to do is hold and get points, off the cage and in the clinch and stuff. Then you had the other one. He ain't really doing what he's supposed to do. He know what he's supposed to do, but I don't think his timing was right. Usually he threw very accurate punches. His timing was kind of off that night for some reason. Maybe because he didn't train as much as he should have.
Doesn't take kind of like on the timing. So do you think that the time of day had anything to do with it? Because that was
sometimes that kind of mess you up a little as well. But I think he should have. It was short notice. He was training. When he first thought he had to fight, I know he was training, but then he stopped. You know what I mean? So no telling how long he had a layoff or whatever. Then he just tried to jump right back on 6 days before the fight. You can't do that sometimes. Your body won't allow it.
Well,
depending on where he came from, it could have been a day flight or 2-day flight to Abu Dhabi, depending on where he was coming from, right?
I think he was just hoping to get a quick knockout.
Not go to distance.
Right.
Masvidal doesn't like going to distances. But look at Usman. All he does is go the distance.
Yep. He never ran out. He could do that all the way through.
Yeah, that one was just. There was a couple of just some fights that were pretty. I was really surprised about Paige Van Zant getting taken out with an armbar. That
Yeah,
quick.
I wasn't.
Yeah. Well, I knew that would happen,
You-
you know,
you
because
saw that?
I know the other girl. She's rough. You know. I believe I knew she was gonna be a little bit too much for Paige.
Yeah,
I believe
And she
Van
was.
Zant's been doing Van Zant's been doing so many other things outside of MMA that, I mean, we can't blame her. You know,
No.
And all of a sudden she gets into a fight against somebody that's a real fighter. You're gonna lose. That chick's been fighting. That chick, look at her record. Look what she's been doing. All she's been doing is training. Van Zant's too busy on Instagram making money, talking about her husband and this and that on Instagram. She's busy doing that. She's not focusing on fighting.
Do you think?
She'll be in
Do
Bellator soon.
you think this is one of those things where possibly it's winding down, or she may be hanging it up?
No, not hanging it up. She's has to refocus. She's just too busy. Yeah.
I think she want to go to Bellator where her boyfriend's at.
I mean, who leaves UFC? Who leaves UFC to go to Bellator?
No, Bellator will pay more than UFC at times. Certain fighters, they will pay more. Trust me. There's a lot of fighters that have been there and say, hey, they get paid much more than, a little bit better than what UFC was paying them.
Well, I can see that, especially if you go down from being where you're undercard up in UFC and you go down to Bellator and you are main card. I mean, you're like top talent there. I mean, I could see where you'd make more.
Well, she's not top talent. I wouldn't say. I mean, she got a big name, but she sure hell ain't top talent.
She just got a big name.
Oh, the love is flowing.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah. So, but no, that's kind of like where we just wanted to have you guys on, because just what we had talked about, and then this whole thing with Rise coming out, so all the stuff is coming together, and it was just pretty cool how everything's just been connected.
Oh yeah, I'm excited about that.
Yeah, and then, but no, I mean, just from talking to you guys, I mean, Kobe, Leo, you definitely have got a fan here in me. I've seen some. I'm looking forward, great things from you, Kobe, and like then Leo. I'm like, yeah, dude, watching that clip just right there, I'm like, yeah, I need I'm gonna need one of those shirts too. Walking around with Leo, it's like I'm gonna be over here like vote for Pedro. I'm gonna be vote for Leo. Come on.
But we need to get that sticker. Leo the liver killer, a liver with a boxing glove that says Leo on it. Leo the liver killer.
Yeah,
I'll put
that's
it
on. That's awesome.
That's cool. So, but guys, man, I want to appreciate you guys coming on. I know it's wherever you guys are at, it might be late. I mean, I know for us, we're Eastern time, so but you guys, Lorenzo, I'm sorry that he was having issues. Wanted to hear more from him, but Kobe, Leo, Daryl, can't thank you guys enough for taking time out of your night to come talk with us.
Yeah,
thanks.
Anytime, man.
Anytime, man.
Email us at.
Like I said, you want to interview any of my guys? Anytime. You guys
anytime, man. I'm always game.
Right. Because we need like guest host or somebody to come on and for help with commentary. So as you guys are going,
I'll do it. I'll do it.
Yeah, we'll
That's for sure.
As you can see, we're so formal here. We're so stuck up. We were just
we're just. But when you all get off, make sure you go ahead and push this out on your social media so your friends can see you talk some trash and hang out a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, we appreciate it. Any love you can send our way, like the same thing, because we're definitely gonna. Like I said, you've got a fan club here next year. But that's fantastic job on that cage, man. I'm just seeing that guy. I mean, that had to just be something. Knowing you just took down an undefeated guy, and you took him down to his knees, just covered. It's that dodgeball thing. Nobody makes me bleed my own blood. You can just see his face. You're just mad. Yeah.
I will. Don't give me a chance. I will.
All right, guys. Well, have a great night. Thanks again. Appreciate it, and we will definitely be in touch.
Okay. Have a good night, everyone.
Thank you very much. It was fun.
Over there.
Thank you.
Peace out. Peace
Peace
out.
out.
There we go. No, that was awesome.
Very, 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 very awesome.
Yeah, that was cool. That because it's just you have for me one just like everything with the Rise thing coming up. It just amazes me just how many people. Because didn't we have Daryl booked for coming on before we found out about that Rise?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Actually, I think Debbie sent me his name, so I immediately got a hold of him.
So I mean, it's like, what are the odds that we have Armando on here? We're talking about that thing, and we already have somebody that's also involved. I mean, that's where it's at. That's been the biggest surprise for me throughout this whole thing is just how connected everything is, and that's what as we go through. But dude, for myself, I mean, I would love to have Leo back on.
Definitely.
Just because that was a blast. And I said, I wish him, Kobe, Lorenzo, Daryl, wish you guys all the best in your upcoming events. Like I said, we will definitely be paying attention and watching you. So this episode of this bearded craziness has been brought to you by Throat That Needs to Be Cleared and Brock's Beard Care. As we sit here, voice change, you can't rush into these things. 45, it finally happened. Broadsbeardcare.com, their promo code 3beards with a capital B, and you're going to get 20% off on your entire order along with free shipping. And we have our own signature blend there that if you purchase that, not only do you support a local craftsman who makes all natural products, you are also going to help us out, and we really appreciate that. Then you go Nanny Cakes, Nancy Bird.
I'm over the road right now.
Florida area is going to be the easiest way to get that cake. If you're outside of there, I can't guarantee you how well your cake's going to look. The picture will look amazing. The cake probably won't if you're out of the Central Florida area.
Yeah,
but
you can't trust the shipping people.
Yeah, Nanny Cakes 407, or give her a call at 407-923-2898.
98.
Basically, I picture if you get shipped, Ace Ventura when he's HDS and he's running around the package, kicking it, stomping on it. That's what I picture is going to happen if you try to mail a cake.
Yeah,
I can just picture that. But yeah, check her out. I said both of them proud sponsors of the podcast. We really appreciate all their support. Good, everybody. If you could just take a chance and some time, it takes a grand total of maybe 30 seconds of your time. Go to youtube.com and could you subscribe on our YouTube channel? Get us to 100 subscribers, please. We have a very ugly link, and we would like it to just say Three Beards Podcast, but right now it's just this weird, nasty, long thing. help us fix that ugly link and just go and subscribe to us on YouTube. And then we have follow us pretty much on every social media. Go to patreon.com/Three Beards Podcast. Support us there. But coming up on the next show, Wednesday, 7:30, we are going to be introducing you guys to another fellow podcasters called Meet Me in the Basement. We're going to have those two guys come on. We're going to recap everything that just happened with UFC. And then following that, for anybody that is into fiction, Max Hawthorne is the author of Chronos Rising. So anybody that's into that series, definitely going to want to tune in, listen to him, because we're going to talk about mysteries of the deep and the monsters that lurk under there that are getting ready to nibble on your toes.
Yeah.
Nibble.
Yeah. So, hey, everybody, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Stay safe out there, and we will see you on Wednesday night. Good night, everybody.